Thanks for joining me, Christy, in my family room again. Today we're going to focus on our flexibility in our quads. Having short, tight quads can be a natural effect of running a lot, cycling a lot, being involved in a sport where you stop-start in running. So I've seen soccer players that have really tight, short quads. But a lot of us have short, tight quads if you have a sitting job and you're sitting all day. So quads can be an issue. As the quads shorten, you can see that if these shorten, they are constantly kind of pulling the pelvic girdle forward. And so your back has to really overwork all day long to try to pull your pelvic girdle back where it belongs. And so you might feel this constant backache, and it's from your quads being just too tight and short. So we really want to keep those quads nice and long and help alleviate low back pain that's caused from tight quads. So first we're going to stretch the quads. Now if you're uber tight, and my head might get cut off here, just do a standing quad stretch. So if you can't see me from the waist up, that's okay. Standing quad stretch is just what it sounds like. You want to find your balance, take hold of your ankle, and just pull your heel toward the glute. Now really try to keep your hips level and your knees side by side. And pull. For me, I don't get enough of a stretch from this, but a lot of my clients, this is the best stretch for them to do. So get both sides equally. Some people naturally will cramp up right away in the hamstrings, so consciously relax the hamstrings before you dive deep into your quad stretch. And also make sure that you are staying hydrated and eating your bananas and all that good stuff. Okay, so if that standing quad stretch was enough, great. Try to progress to this deeper stretch now. For this one, I'm going to go into a yoga pigeon. And so this kind of multitasks because I'm also getting my front glute and hip, but I love this for the quads. So I'm getting the front glutes and hips, but then I'm really going to get the quads. Now if you can't reach your ankle here, use any kind of strap, any kind of lengthener, so you can reach that ankle. And you're not really sitting on the hips here. You're kind of propped up a little bit so that you can keep the belly of the quads facing the floor rather than opening. See how now my quads are opening up? Pull your quads into that floor. Really press the hips forward and down toward the floor. Exhale, pull the heel closer toward your glute. Hey, quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. Now, if you want to deepen this quad stretch, I don't believe in editing out real life because that's what my YouTube channel is called, Real Life. So there you have it, people. Real life right there. My guard dog. Okay, so I've just deepened this quad stretch by adding a little bit of a tricep stretch. And in yoga, you could add the tricep stretch, but I'm not worried about that right now. I'm focusing on quads. Do you feel that deep quad stretch? Ooh, yeah, baby. And you want to get both sides, so we'll do a quickie both sides. And here's another real life for you. My couch is broken. But I'll give you a kind of a different angle here. So you're kind of seeing me from behind. I hope it's not my worst angle, you guys. Don't leave mean comments if I look really bad from this angle. Okay, so you're going to grab your ankle. Now again, shift. I feel like I need to shift this leg in a little bit more so I can get the stretch. Because I want the belly of my quads to face the floor. Do you feel the difference if my quads are open versus into the floor? Now we're getting way up into that psoas, that hip flexor. That's where we want to go. And now heel toward the glute. And if If you need to, walk your hands like up and around to get a better grip, like my toe socks. And then if you can, shimmy that elbow all the way to the top of the foot. Woo! It helps if you have really atrociously long feet like I do. That really helps. It goes a long way. Now exhale. Ah. Feel those quads into the hip flexor. Beautiful. And then release. Now, if you want to get an even deeper stretch, and you can use your couch, you can use a wall. You're going to bring, I'll demo with my looser side. You're going to bring your knee all the way in. Yeah? Quads, again, in that sagittal plane. And I'm just going to shimmy this foot forward. Easier said than done. I'm just like, whoop, there's my foot. Most of my clients can't do that. This foot is like, I don't know, they can't bring it forward. I think that has to do with being really tight in those quads and hip flexors. So then see if you can push up. Oh, this is the tightest or the most difficult quad stretch because you are really, really deep here. So we're progressing. You might not make it here today. So try again as you get more flexible. And you're trying to keep those hips squared off and really lift up. So I'm pushing into this foot and pressing up tall through my spine and really lengthening that quad. And if your couch kind of moves, it might be better for you to use the wall. And then just kind of relax it forward and let the hips kind of stretch. Oh, I love it. If you kind of can let yourself really sling into this, you'll feel that psoas. Your psoas, keep stretching. Actually, switch sides, and I'll explain the psoas while you're switching sides. Your psoas is this muscle that connects kind of to the top of the quads and then comes under these abdominals and then attaches all the way up to your spine. So then that's what we call the hip flexors, the psoas. So it's a huge muscle and it controls a lot, but it starts in your thighs. So when you think about what does my back have to do with my thighs, that's what your back has to do with your thighs. Everything's connected, people. So you should be on this other side already while I was blabbing at you. Really pull your quad in line and then press up. Push into this foot. If you can kind of use your couch to pull you up and back. Oh, now looky here. I thought this side would be a lot tighter, but I'm actually feeling better on this side. So maybe my tennis ball rolling in the previous vid loosened things up a bit because this feels so good. I know you love it. Okay, so now that we've stretched, and that's very active, so that's why I saved my rolling for after. But again, play around if you want to roll first and stretch second. That's fine too. I'm sure that the research will come out and say that either way works. Okay, so I'm trying to think of the best way to show this. Probably side profile. I don't have a lot of space this way, but I think you'll get the idea. So now we want to foam roll these quads, and foam rolling quads is unpleasant, and we're just going to just roll it out. Now again, you're not like, it's not like a rolling pin, you're not just like rolling back and forth, you're scanning. So you're slowly rolling the quads into this roller, and you are finding those like really painful trigger points. Once you find your trigger point, hold. Okay? So hold that trigger point. I'm running out of room, so I'm going to come from this direction and try to lift my shirt up. It's not that kind of channel, people. So we're resting into the quads. Now, this is what hair is for. Voila. Resting into the quads. Woo. And I'm always okay at the upper quads. So I gotta really get, oh yes. Once I get to the middle of my upper thigh. That's when I'm really, really feeling it. And then the lower I get. Now don't foam roll directly on your knees, but you can go like right above the kneecap. And just rest those muscles in. And once you find those trigger points, hold, breathe, and just hang on to it as long as you can. When you're on a trigger point, it is torture. So I say, see if you can spend 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. See how long you can hang out there, and then just give yourself a break. You don't want to torture yourself too bad. And just keep finding those trigger points. Once you find it, hold. Again, it's not a rolling pin. We're not like up and down. We're holding. So again, not uber exciting. So listen to some good music and maybe write a book while you're down here. Scroll your Instagram. Leave me some good comments. Let's converse. Let's chat. Text me some questions. Text message on my Instagram at RealFitForRealLife. Give me your questions. Hang out here. Keep hanging out there for as long as you can handle. So make time for it. Just do it. Hopefully you will get some healing and some pain alleviation and really change your body for the better by stretching and releasing those quads. Thanks for joining me in my family room. It's been Real Fit for Real Life.